Good day, everyone. Good day, grade 10, and good day, Essentials. Welcome to week number 4, quarter 1 of our arts thing. So, we will just compare modern art movements and media techniques and processes. Okay, so after um, discussing all of your artists, Filipino artists and Western artists, last week we will have now the media techniques and processes. You will now apply these techniques, okay, to perform and give us or give uh, us your artworks as your performance in our first quarter arts. By the way, I am Sir J. M. Tangego and I am your teacher in Arts 10. Welcome again. Let's start with our two quad. Okay, why is installation art called temporary art? A. It is just done for a purpose. Letter B. The arts are just for viewers' eyes only. Letter C. It does not last for a long period of time. And letter D. The setup of the arts is just for the time being. And your answer is letter C. It does not last for a long period of time. So that is um, part of your contemporary art. Next, number two question. He is considered as the father of Philippine conceptual art. A. Hernando Ocampo. B. Jose Hoya. C. Robert Rodriguez Cabit. And letter D. Vicente Manansala. And your answer is letter C. Robert Rodriguez Cabit. Let us now start with the comparison of the modern art movements. So let's start with the starters. Okay, so we all know that Impressionism and Expressionism started it all as underground. We know that these two art movements are controversial and evolving. Expressionism, which is the abstract expressionism, has shifted in the art world from Paris to New York. Okay, so we will differentiate abstractionism, abstract realism, and abstract expressionism. So, sabi dun sa last week natin, abstractionism is a representation. Okay? It can be a pure representation or it can be um, no representation at all. Okay? So, ibig sabihin nun, pure expressionism and abstract or yung mga splattering styles and mga objects lang ang nakikita nyo without any signs of nature. Ayun ang abstractionism, di ba? Okay, pero merong buo, okay, na abstract realism which is na-discuss na rin natin, okay, hindi lang natin na-classify yung mga abstract realism just like what you see in these pictures, okay? So, we have this flower, okay, kung i-describe natin siya as isa siyang flower because, okay, itsura siyang flower. So, ibig sabihin, meron siyang representation, but abstract pa rin yung bumubuo sa kanya. Okay, anong klaseng abstract? Those are the cell-like creature. Tama ba? Cell-like or shape na parang cell-like. Okay? Then the other one, okay, so parang nasa bangin, okay, sa cliff. Okay, so representing this part as your ocean. So that is abstract realism. And comparing it to abstract expressionism, wala talaga kayong makikita kahit na anong representation. Just like what you see here. Okay? So, meron lang siya mga colors. Okay? Then mga waves. So, those are the abstract expressionism. So, sana maging clear yon. And let's move on to the modern art media processes. Okay, so kung may question pa kayo doon sa expressionism, impressionism, abstract expressionism, and abstractionism, pwede kayong mag-refer doon sa ating uh, part 1 and part 2 last week, week number 3 na arts discussion video natin last week. Okay, so let's move on to modern arts media processes. Okay, so kung kayo ay naging on face to face, okay, malamang you will do differentiated instructions like this. Okay, so medyo mahirap siyang mag produce, okay, especially kapag ka medyo mahal yung medium na madi-discuss natin, just like this silk screen painting or printing, napakamahal ng mga materyales yan. So maybe next time, okay, so let us pray, okay, that in next quarter pwede na tayong mag set up ng ganyan groupings, okay. Okay, so let us define the medium or media. Medium is any material or tool used by an artist in translating his or her thoughts and emotion into an artwork. Okay, so an example niyan, it can be watercolor, fresco, oil pastel, it can be chalk, crayons, um, and even charcoal. Okay, acrylic, wood, clay, stone, and others. Okay, so pwedeng kape, kung gusto ninyo. Okay, so let us classify each types nitong mga art media. Okay, so meron tayong dry, wet, and mix. Okay, so napaka-simple lang ito. Pag dry, tuyo siya. Okay, so ang samples niyan ay yung pencil, pastel, and charcoal. Okay, kung may naisip pa kayong dry, okay, na media, pwede nating consider that as dry media. When we say wet media naman, basa ito, basa. These are coloring materials in liquid form like paints and inks. Okay, so saan classify ang ball pen? Comment your answer down below. Okay, so comment lang kayo kung anong classification nitong pen or ball pen. Saan natin pwedeng i-associate yan? Sa wet ba, sa dry, or sa mix? Let's see kung sino tatama. Tatama niya, may Gcash. Okay. Then we have the mixed media, a combination of two or more wet and dry media in a single artwork. So usapan dito natin ay per artwork. So kung gumamit kayo ng dry, gumamit kayo ng wet sa isang artwork, we can consider that as mixed media. Okay, so art techniques, okay, napaka simple nito at ito, narinig nyo na naman ito last week natin and the other year na nag-discuss tayo ng arts. Okay, so splattering. So this one, the splattering of paints. Okay, so yung tirang bahala na, ika nga. Okay, so basta iwisik yung paints using your paintbrush, that is splattering. Okay, so pwede rin naman yung mismong lalagyan nyo ng paint. Okay, then splash nyo or splat. That's splattering. Okay, so coloring. So that is to put colors together. Napakasimple niyan, coloring. Okay, so another art technique is impasto painting. So when we say impasto, it is a layer, okay, layer in a thick layered, okay, paint, okay, ito a layered paint in an area of surface, okay, to make the brush or painting knife stroke visible. Okay, so ito yung the different colors here. This is impasto painting. Okay, so next is encaustic. So when we say encaustic, this is also known as hot wax painting. So you will heat a blue wax, okay, and add color and pigments to produce liquid base or paste. So ibig sabihin ito ay wet media ito. Okay? Next is mural painting. Pagkita nyo naman painting, ano yan, painting, ibig sabihin, wet yan. So, mural, kaibahan niya sa encaustic and impasto, you will apply paints, drawings on a wall. Okay, so yun lang yun. Yun ang kasimple. Then, the oil painting, you will use oil or oil-based paint. And ito, nauuso na ngayon, the number 7, the photography. Okay, so we will tackle that in the next quarter. So we will do photography lessons and photography performances next quarter. Okay, so kasama na siya sa art techniques today. Okay, as your modern art. Then last is the printing. Okay, so paano ba tayo nagpa-produce ng iba't ibang artwork? Okay, syempre, nagpiprint tayo. Okay, so using our printer, can be tarpaulin based, etc. Yung pinaka-uso ngayon, nowadays, papel. Okay. Tarpaulin in a paper size. Okay. So, ito naman yung napaka-simple na 4 major processes of printmaking. Okay, so sa printmaking, magkakaiba pa yan. Okay, we have the relief printing. Okay, it is the cutting way of unneeded portion in a design. So, yung hindi kasama sa design, tatanggalin lang. Okay, so, and the print, what is left on the original surface. Okay, so, kiniklear lang nila yung mga excess na paint. Okay, sa relief printing. Okay, the next is intaglio printing. So, when we say intaglio, okay, it is a opposite of relief printing. It's a print that that was or what is below the surface. Okay, ito yung nasa ilalim naman. Okay, so yung kanina kung relief nasa ibabaw, ito yung nasa ilalim naman. So it can be scratching, etching, engraving, and burning. Okay, so ito, nagawa nyo na sigurado dito ng grade 7 kayo in your elementary days. Intaglio printing. Okay, the next is planographic process or lithography. Okay, so when we say lithography naman, this is a drawing or draw a design using greasy crayon. Greasy crayon. Then, sa silk screen printing naman, okay, dito sa planographic process or lithography, okay, so magpiprint muna kayo ng isang sample sa isang media. It can be a canvas or it can be a Oslo paper. Then, you using oily or greasy crayon, okay, ita-transfer nyo yung greasy colors or pigments na nagawa nyo doon sa unang artwork, transferring from another media. Okay? So, ang pinaka-best example nito is yung paggawa ng stampad. Okay? So, yung paggawa ng stampad, lithography ang ginagamit. The last is screen printing or the silk screen or stencil printing. So, ito naman, pagka mag-t-shirt printing tayo or textile painting, ginagamit natin itong screen. Okay? So, for your LTS, okay, see LTS Week 4 and get ready to create your own artworks. Okay, so, tatlo yung gagawin nyo dito sa week number 4. Okay, so, napaka-simple what do you call this? Combining primary, secondary, and tertiary colors or use to create a color wheel. Okay. Then you will do a what do you call this? Portrait and a landscape painting. Okay, so yun ang gagawin nyo for today, for this week. Okay. Thank you for joining me and see you next week. Goodbye and God bless us all.